It will help if I put my mic on, right? So here we are for another mindset magic 15 minutes. And today I thought we could talk about what to focus on when life gives us lemons. In other words, how do we find that positive attitude when everything else feels like it is just not falling into place? All right. So I would like to go to my notes quickly, just so that I can stay on track and make sure we use this 15-minute session to the best of our abilities. Now, I have a little story about when life gives you lemons and how we can really tap into not only transforming that situation, but also by not shutting out other people. Because that's sometimes what we do when we are feeling stressed and life is negative around us. When those lemon juices are squeezed into our eyes, we tend to forget to connect with either the people who are causing the problems or the community that can help you or the people who are closest to you. And for that, I want to share that little video with you that I did on Instagram quite a while ago. Now I'll do a screen share here. Wow. Okay, so I've opened up the screen and I'll play that video for you. Sound again. If life gives you lemons, make guacamole. Isn't that beautiful? Now, we can't control how our lives end up unless we put in every effort to love and care for others. And the reason why I'm saying that today is when you withhold your love from other people, your experience of being alive is emptier than it should be. So fill every moment with enough attention, enough care, and enough moments where you can appreciate someone else in your life today. And when life brings you lemons, make guacamole. And share it with someone. If life gives you lemons. So, I'm pretty sure you know exactly what I mean by when life gives you lemons and when things start going wrong. And it's so easy to always point the finger and say, they did that to me and this thing happened and now I can't do that. But when we take responsibilities and transform those problems into something we can share again, that we can put out into the world again to give our best, then our attitudes have shifted. And the minute your attitude shifts, you become the master of your choices. Right. Now, I'm not saying you have to be friends with every single person who has done anything to you. I also don't want you to just willy-nilly go through life and give all your best prospect assets away. What I want you to realize here is that you are the only one in control of your life. And when you want to nurture a positive attitude, you need to practice being in a positive frame of mind. When we don't do that, we tend to fall back, shut ourselves off, and forget about that connection that makes us human. We were not designed to go through life alone. And if you are facing problems and you're doing that alone, then you're not tapping into your own resources. Now, believe it or not, that same person or that same thing that caused you all that agony is the thing that holds the answer to the solution you will get to next. And that's why it's important to share the lemons through a process of making guacamole and then reeling in that person again, not in criticism, not to fight with them, not to argue with them about the thing that went wrong, but to show the way and be the light. If you can learn to reframe your mindset like this, problems become opportunities. And the more we practice them, the more mindful we will be every single time things happen to us. But that's where it shifts, because nothing in this world is happening to us. It's always happening for us. That problem that didn't feel that good, that person that said that thing that hurt you, the car that broke down, all of those so-called negative things happened for a reason. And once you are totally focused on that moment, only then do you start thinking about the solution at the end of it all. But it can only happen if you recognize that there is going to be a good thing that comes out of that conversation, out of that problem, out of that connection that felt a little bit negative. So, in the pursuit of us finding our way to the things we really want to do, we can surround ourselves by more positive things and more positive attitudes, more positive contents, or even just nurture that personal positive attitude a little bit more every day. As you read about negative things, think to yourself, what could the positive outcome be? If you encounter something bad that happens, be in that moment to feel that thing happening. And once you are in that process of discovering how to be mindful and compassionate and encouraging, you transform that into something that you can use whenever you engage in the next thing. A physical activation of your own positive attitude is a way for you to exercise this positive outlook of whatever is going on. There's so much going on in our world. There's so much happening around us. But only you can control what's going on inside. Nothing outside of you can control that part of you. And if you are the one in control of your life, then you will be the one that steers it in the direction you want to go in. Now, I don't want you to spend too much time lingering on this negative thing that might have happened. I want you to jump into action and start working on a plan to get to the point. Now, I'll give you one quick example. We had one of our cars break down last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago. It didn't really break down. Some things happened, and now the car is not, it's not something we love anymore, right? Have you had that in your life? You've got something, but you just don't love it that much anymore. So anyway, because we're waiting for our next visa, we really had to make a plan. And we don't want to buy another second-hand, almost close to the junkyard type of car as something to get around with. We really want to invest our money and put down a big deposit as soon as we get our next visa. But Conrad needed a vehicle. So what he came up with was to buy an electronic scooter that he will drive to work so that I have the car at home in case something happens, or if I have to travel or go somewhere or see somebody, or if I needed to do something where I needed a car. Now, can you imagine this body on a scooter? I don't think so. So I'll take the Kia and Conrad can drive the scooter to wherever he needs to be, which is mostly to work. And that solution came about because we changed our attitudes about how we're going to approach this. And we sat down with a piece of paper and started figuring out. We searched online. We looked at the possibilities. And today, if you are struggling with something, stop, think about it, write it down, become mindful of the problem solution strategy that you can put into place so that that problem doesn't hang over your head and become a bigger problem later. It doesn't matter what it is you're faced with, whether it's a conversation you have to have with somebody, whether it is a moment of pure negative attack. Just step back from that and take a deep breath. Write down what happened. See how you could possibly change that around. And take that big squeeze of lemon juice in the eye and make guacamole. Make every one of those negative things a good thing so that you can live a happier life and not drag all that shiz around with you. We are so unhappy in our lives sometimes because we carry the bags of burden and the sacks of lemons with us instead of transmuting that into something workable and positive to infuse into the big dream we have for ourselves. You need to be in control of your life, and the only way you can do that is if your attitude doesn't stink. Right. That concludes our 15-minute get-together. I'm really happy you joined me today. I see the numbers in the background grow steadily and slowly. And if you want to be on this live call with me, join my newsletter, download one of those freebies, and you'll automatically be getting an email every Monday morning just before we go live. Or you can catch the replay as I upload them the next day. But it's really nice getting that information, that mindset, that magical thing you can use for the rest of the week really early on to start that week off beautifully. All right, that's it from me for today. Hope you have fun and join me next week as we take a look at your Monday morning magic mindset in a 15-minute session, just like this one. All right, bye for now.